Hello and welcome back to No Bullshit. Today we return to talking about former President Barack Hussein Obama. He's recently come into the news for a number of reasons. Most notably, Obamagate has started to pop up in the news as he's getting accused and things are being uncovered about dirty things his administration did towards the end of his term at the end of 2016. This is a whole separate story aside from the fact that Obama is also coming out and getting very outspoken during this election cycle. He's not only promoted his friend and the Democratic candidate Joe Biden, but in addition, he's stepped up and spoke out against President Trump, their opponent in the Republican Party, a number of times. And this is quite unprecedented for former presidents. If you hadn't heard, presidents tend to remain pretty silent after they retire and kind of quit office and leave public life. Usually after their terms are up, they just move on and maybe write a book, open a library, and do some kinds of charity things, but not much politics after that. But President Barack Obama has been very different. He's not only spoken out against Trump repeatedly, but also he's made Netflix documentaries, done speeches, made money off of his name, done all kinds of questionable stuff that we're going to talk about a little bit more today. For example, today's story involves Barack Obama speaking at some college graduations. Now, granted, graduations aren't quite what they used to be. This year, most public gatherings are still a no-no, so graduation speeches and stuff has been mostly online, virtual graduations, people Skyping in, video chatting, cameras, social distancing, and all that stuff and what have you. So regardless, Barack Obama has spoken at a graduation recently, and we're going to talk about it because he's not only given some words to the students and wish them luck on their future endeavors, but in addition, he took this time to bash President Trump, and I think that's inappropriate for a couple of reasons. First of all, as we just went over, retired and former presidents typically don't speak about the presidents that come after them. They usually are respectful and keep a strong face and, just kind of don't be petty. This is a petty move to kind of jump off and hate on Trump right after he got out of office. I mean, President Barack had his time. He had 8 years, 2 full terms, as much as he could have asked for. And then to come out and still be kind of like ungrateful and bashing Trump, that's pretty rude. And then next, in addition, another reason this is bad is because this is a graduation speech. This is supposed to be about the kids. This is supposed to be about graduating, sending kids off into the future, getting them into their future lives, their jobs, marriage, kids, all that stuff. It's supposed to be about the graduation, but unfortunately, someone without class like President Barack Obama, he makes it all about himself, his politics, and he's politicized the whole thing. So that's kind of unfortunate, although kind of expected as a way too, because we've seen how bad this stuff is getting out there. We've seen how polarizing politics are. And in addition, in light of this Obamagate stuff, we should all be not so surprised by this. Obamagate showed us that President Obama had no problem cheating and possibly doing illegal things to try and sabotage President Trump. So him speaking out now and saying bad things leading up to his possible re-election, that shouldn't surprise us either. But it's still dumb. It's still equally disrespectful and very petty and not looking like a good thing for the Democrats. With all that said, let's turn to the first place I saw this story. Here's a tweet from Newsmax that says, Obama continues to criticize virus response, this time during a graduation speech. Now, this is the go-to attack a lot of Democrats are laying onto Trump right now. They want to blame him for this pandemic. They want to say, hey, we had this health scare and all these deaths are the president's fault. This is ridiculous. This is absurd because, of course, Trump is the one trying to help us. Trump is the one who started task force. He's the one that shut down travel before we even had any deaths in this country. And in addition, he's done a large number of things, made precautions, passed the stimulus bill, gave everyone checks, increased unemployment. Like, he's done a lot of good work, and to blame him and blame the deaths on him is really ridiculous. It's just kind of like blaming a cop whenever you call them over and you got robbed. You're not going to blame the cop because something got stolen from your house. No, you blame the criminal and the source of the actual problem. But in this case, Democrats don't want to blame the country that this virus came from because they're good friends with the communists over there. And Barack Obama is one of those friends too, as is his Vice President Biden, who spent a lot of time in that Far East country. So it's no surprise that they're defending them and also trying to blame their problems on the sitting president, the one person trying to help us. With that said, there's a few good comments here. I think this first one is worth reading. It says, Barack should be ashamed of himself when he attacked Trump. No former president has attacked his successor like this. He should respect the title of former president. If he doesn't, the DOJ should not be lenient on his silent coup against Trump. So that's referencing a lot of things we were just talking about. We're talking about presidents not commenting on their successors. We're talking about respect. We're talking about the DOJ possibly going after them because of Obamagate and that silent coup, which was Obama trying to sabotage Trump. And yeah, those are all great points. The next one says, if you believe this guy, you believe donkeys fly. We know he is a puppet. He repeat whatever he hear. Barack Obama, disgraceful, no class. What a shame for the graduates. I mean, none of these responses are good. I don't know if this is a good look for the former president, but it doesn't look like anyone here is going along with it. And as you look in further, you can see in this article here, it doesn't look too well for him. It says, Obama criticizes virus response in online graduation speech. Let's see what they say, and then maybe we'll get to the video in a second too. Former President Barack Obama on Saturday criticized U.S. leaders overseeing the nation's response to the virus, telling college graduates in an online commencement address that the pandemic shows many officials aren't even pretending to be in charge. Obama spoke on Show Me Your Walk, HBCU edition, a 2-hour event for students graduating from historically black colleges and universities, broadcast on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. His remarks were unexpectedly political given the venue and touched on current events beyond the virus and its social economic impacts. More than anything, this pandemic has finally torn back the curtain on the idea that so many folks in charge know what they're doing, Obama said. A lot of them aren't even pretending to be in charge. Okay, right out the gate, I don't get this. What are they expecting? Like, what are the officials supposed to do more? Like, what's the problem? I don't get it. Like, yeah, people are dying. That sucks. Okay, I know that. I know we're dealing with this terrible situation, but the leadership really isn't an issue here. I mean, can you point to something that these guys did extremely wrong? Because I've already listed out how they responded early and effectively and did the best they could. I mean, there's no way we could have stopped this. You guys realize that, right? I think the suggestion is if Obama was in office, he would have not had any deaths. I mean, are we really supposed to believe that? Because that's ridiculous. And that's just absurd. And I can't believe this is even being suggested by someone who was a president. I mean, what is the deal here? I don't get what they're saying is being done wrong. Who's not acting like a leader? I see the president out there every day. I see his team. I see VP Mike Pence and Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany doing pretty good work. I see them speaking well, setting up plans, knocking out things to do, making sure everyone's safe as possible. Things are clean. We had many lockdowns. Now things are slowly starting to open up. Everything looks good to me. I don't get what the problem is. I think the whole issue is, and this is what's confusing here, is like they're saying the response wasn't good enough, but they're not being specific. Like, what else would they have done? Would you wanted us to shut down sooner? Shut down longer? I don't get anything here out of this. I just hear a vague sort of Trump could have done better, and I think they're counting on people not look into it and say, hey, yeah, we had all these deaths from the virus, so Trump should have done better. But it's like, this could have been actually worse. Like, we could have had millions of people die. We could have had a whole sort of doomsday scenario. The whole society could have went under. I mean, we're still in really good shape. So if with this said right here, I have no idea what they're talking about. Next, there's a Guardian article with the video. It says, Obama criticizes Trump in speech to graduating students. So here's where we can see a little tape on that. Let's see what they have to say.
Being asked to find your way in a world in the middle of a devastating pandemic and a terrible recession. The timing is not ideal. And let's be honest, a disease like this just spotlights the underlying inequalities and extra burdens that black communities have historically had to deal with in this country.
Okay, so remember, they're talking at this kind of black college graduation event, and Obama's kind of highlighting black people had to deal with this. But I think it's worth noting, like, I'm not sure I'm a fan of this kind of implication. I don't know if he's saying it outright, but the liberals have said time and time again that the minorities are suffering more because of this virus. I'm not buying that. I don't think it's an unfair racist situation. It is possible they have more cases, but we've already discussed the reasons why. There's multiple reasons why minorities, specifically African Americans, could be getting this virus more. First of all, they tend to live in urban areas, in close places like cities, urban places, apartment buildings, places that are more compacted and more likely to spread the virus. In addition, we've already seen time and time again, we've covered videos of these kinds of quarantine parties and large groups of black people gathering without face masks, without precautions, getting really close together in a house, partying, sharing drinks, having shots, sharing smokes, things like that, passing things around mouth to mouth. I mean, these are the reasons why they might get the cases more. And these are obvious reasons that are caused by things that they've done. There's no offensiveness here. There's nothing wrong. The virus isn't attacking certain races more. People aren't pushing I don't know what's implied. What's racist here? Like, are they saying white people are like making them get the cases more or something? It doesn't make sense. It's caused by their own actions.
Injustice like this isn't new. What is new is that so much of your generation has woken up to the fact that the status quo needs fixing, that the old ways of doing things don't work.
Okay, so here he said woken up. I mean, he's literally speaking to the woke crowd. He's getting woke. He's doubling down. He's trying to get progressive, far left, going after the SJW audience. And I think what he doesn't realize is that era is over. That would have worked during his elections, during his campaigns and his presidency. But that woke stuff is on a decline. I mean, people are sick of it. People are sick of the race baiting, the identity politics, the sort of going after people that are white, propping up people that are either minority or alphabet, supporting women over men. All that stuff is dated now. It's going backwards. PC culture is dying, and Obama just needs to either wake up to that. He needs to wake up himself or just retire and go away and admit that he's lost relevance.
More than anything, this pandemic has finally torn back the curtain on the idea that so many of the folks in charge know what they're doing. A lot of them aren't even pretending to be in charge. If the world's going to get better, it's going to be up to you. With everything suddenly feeling like it's up for grabs.
Okay, and that's the quote we went over in the article before. People in charge don't even know they're in charge. I mean, I don't get it. I don't know what he's talking about. I think this is just some sort of platitude, vague statement that will kind of rile up his base, the people that already believe in him and love what he has to say no matter what. So it really means nothing. I mean, there's no point here. There's no thing going on. There's nothing to point to, oh, this leader messed up this situation, this should have been done here. No, there's no specifics because they don't have any. They're just talking BS. Obama's making stuff up. He's a big classic bullshitter. He's a bullshit artist who lies with ease, and that's what makes him a good politician. He's a smooth talker. He talks a lot of smack. He has a proper speech and performance and all that stuff, and that's what kind of makes him an effective leader in that way. You got to admit, he draws in an audience, but at the same time, he's corrupt as hell. He has bad ideas. He pushes identity politics. He's a race baiter and all that stuff. And most importantly to this story, what's the worst part of today is the fact that he's ruining this graduation speech, which should be an honor for him, but he's probably done it many times already, and it's just old hat. So he's done so many speeches, he doesn't care anymore. And that's why now he's going after Trump and going after this response, even though it's been the best response we could hope for. I mean, sure, there could be a few things that could be better. I'm not saying anything's perfect here. I'm sure something else could have been done. I'm sure something else could have been tweaked a little bit. Like, nothing's perfect, but let's not Monday morning quarterback. Let's not pretend, oh, we would have done better, because unless you can point to like some specific cases where, oh, this should have been done. There should have been more masks in this city. This airport should have been closed. Like, I want to know exactly what you would have done and what you think that would have fixed, because we don't really know. Okay, they try to pretend, oh, we know we could have saved lives. Like Obama here is implying, oh, we had this many deaths and we could have saved 1,000 lives if we did this, or there was this that could have been done and these people could have been saved. But they don't really know that. Let's not play games. They don't know who they could have saved, how many people they could have saved. This is just guesswork. This is just them pretending they know better and pretending they could kind of see the future or see like an alternative future. This is like some bizarro world, like they could see into the future, they could see a crystal ball, but that's just not true. We know that's not true. They're talking out of their butts, and it's been proven that Obama has seriously misused this opportunity to speak at a graduation. With all that said, I think that about wraps up this video. You guys get the point. Tell me what you think about everything in the comments below. What do you think about Obama? What do you think about Obamagate and him desperately going after Trump for his response? Do you think Obama would have responded better, or would he have responded at all if he was president? Comment your thoughts below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching. You guys have a great day.